this week and we can't make it. Like, oh my gosh, yo, this is the best flavor of Alani literally ever. Like, best energy drink, period. So basically, I was supposed to wake up 30 minutes ago and my alarm went off and I basically turned it off and then I fell back asleep because I was like, wait, I have time? No, I did not have time. So we're gonna rush and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair because it just looks ratchet. Like, what is this? Also, my nail broke the other day. I don't know how it broke because I literally got these done like less than a week ago and I'm salty about it because what do you mean it already broke? Tomorrow's our first game and I definitely want to do a day in the life tomorrow, but sometimes I forget to film. But I'm definitely gonna try to film because I love honestly watching my day in the lives over again after it's been like a year or whatever, because I'm watching some of my day in the lives from like a year ago when it was fall and it's just so fun. Like, and when I was a freshman, like just seeing everything and seeing how much everything's changed, it's just like I kind of just want to wear skincare today and like not put on any makeup, but I know I'm gonna regret it because I have cheer today, number 1, and number 2, I'm so pale. Like, there's just no looking cute with this like amount of paleness. Tomorrow's generation day for school. The freshmen are babies, sophomores are teenagers, and then the juniors are middle-aged people, so it's like millennials and stuff, and then the seniors are senior citizens. My bags look so bad. They've been looking really dark recently, and I think it's because of like an eyelash serum, because I saw this video and it was like your eyelash serum can make your eye bags look really thin and like aged and stuff. I'm like, what? I feel like my makeup looks different every single day, which is weird because I literally do the same makeup routine, but I don't understand why it can't just look tea every single day. Like, I don't understand. I'm so jealous of the people who haven't gone back to school yet because I literally wish. I'm so over this. Yesterday I went to school with no jewelry because it's all in my car, as you guys may or may not know, but I'm so mad. I need to put it on today, but it's just so hard with cheer. Like, I have cheer I have cheer today too, so I'm just gonna wear my jewelry for school and then end up taking it off again. I'm so tempted to crawl back into bed and just go back to sleep. Like, this is the last thing I want to be doing right now. And if my makeup looks bad, I'm genuinely taking it off and crawling back in my bed. Like, that won't be happening, sorry. I was getting at Starbucks this morning if I wasn't late, but now I am late, so it's just kind of sad because now I can't get Starbucks. I'm almost done with my makeup, which is good because I'm literally running out of time, so I genuinely need to do something about my eyebrows. Like, it is a problem. They look rancid. Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, fit check. So my shoes are from Adidas, my pants from PacSun, my shirt's from my school, and then I only have this bracelet that's permanent, and then I don't have any other jewelry on, but I love you guys so much. Peace out. Making this video, but story time and one of the most traumatizing things that's ever happened to me. I forgot to mention trigger warning for this story time. My best friend literally told me to make this video years ago when it actually happened, and I couldn't bring myself to do it, but I just thought now I want to do it. Okay, 2024, I was in year 11 and me and my friends decided we were going to go to one of my friend's house. Her name's Ariana. We were all going to go to Ariana's house, which is something that we haven't all done together before, but we all decided to trek down there and we were going to go have some pizza, have some food. She was going to do our henna and it was going to be a really, really cute night. We get to Walthamstow station and our bus was there, but then I reminded Ariana that we needed to go get henna. So we walked over to the shop, we left the bus stop and we went over to the shop to get some henna. When we got back to the bus station, we waited for our bus and then we got on it. We went straight to the top and sat on the top floor at the front. So it was just 4 of us and then 2 other girls right at the back. Now, these girls who were sitting behind us were very, very loud and they were getting on our nerves already. So we were just really annoyed. And when the bus pulled off, we thought we hit a curb and these girls started screaming and screaming and screaming. We didn't think too much of it. We just thought they were being too loud and that we had just hit a curb. Shortly after this, the girls started to scream even louder and then the bus stopped. So we all began to get a little bit concerned. But when the bus actually hit the curb, so we thought, we had a massive jolt. Like, we all literally fell over and we still thought nothing of it because he carried on going for a little bit and then everyone started screaming, so we just thought it was a big kind of joke, like everyone was taking the piss. The bus stopped for quite a while, so we eventually got off, and when I tell you that no one was making a single sound, the bus driver had his head in his hands, we all got off and it was just dead silent. Everyone was kind of just staring at us getting off the bus and we were all in complete shock. Like, we had no idea what was going on. I heard someone shout, "Oh, you killed her," but we were so confused still. Like, the only information I had was the bus driver who had his head in his hands and the girls who were screaming, but they were screaming the whole time anyway, so I was still confused. But then as I got off the bus, I looked to my left and I see someone in the road. I picked up my phone straight away and I called the police. I dialed 999. I'm not sure if I need an ambulance or police, I just said both. And then everyone else, all of the adults were literally filming
filming the situation. Like, how ridiculous and out of touch is the world, seriously, that they're standing there filming and taking pictures of this poor person that's in the road. So I was the only adult of the situation. I was the only, how old was I? I was 16 years old, yet the only adult in this whole situation, because every adult was standing there filming like idiots. So I went over to check if this poor woman was okay. Ariana literally told me, don't go over there, don't go over there. But I just had to know. Like, I had to go and check if she was okay, because God forbid she could have been lying in the road, very close to dying, but actually still alive and salvageable. Like, someone could have saved her. Like, I'm not saying I could have saved her, but it's good to go and check if she's okay. So I went over there and I was on the phone, and I just stood over her, because what I saw, I'm not going to go into detail to describe what her body looked like, but she was like, it's indescribable, basically. Like, I can't even talk about it on here without it getting too graphic. So I'm now standing over her, literally 2 feet away from her, looking at this devastating scene of what has happened to her. There's a crutch in the road, her crutch, and there's bag for life, like, you know, those Sainsbury's handbags on the floor, like her grocery shopping. This was very, very close to Christmas as well, and I just realised I wasn't even 16, I was 15 years old here, and she was asking me to describe what I could see, which obviously I cannot describe on here because it's too graphic. And shortly after, the paramedics came. After the paramedics came, they sat down, they questioned us. I didn't even know this, but apparently I was shaking so bad. Like, I didn't even know this. They sat us all down to ask us questions, and the paramedic gave me his coat because he was asking me if I was cold. I was not cold. I was just shaking a lot, apparently, which I don't really remember. I was like crying, but I don't even know why I was crying, because I don't know. I think I was just a bit in shock, because it was just a crazy scene to be a part of. So he gave me his jacket and I sat down, and then eventually I got one of those silver blankets. I felt like I was in a movie, seriously. Unfortunately, the lady had fallen over into the road and the poor bus driver had run her over. It was all an accident, and I don't believe the bus driver got prosecuted, because it was genuinely a big accident. It was really upsetting. The saddest part about this is I then researched the woman, and I really wish I could find where she was buried, because I'd love to go visit her grave one day. She worked as a chair of a charity, and I believe she was the first black woman to do something of this charity. I can't really remember now, but it was just very, very sad, because she was such a lovely woman, and it was near Christmas, and she had shopping bags with her that were filled to the brim of groceries. She had just been from Sainsbury's. I reckon all of the shopping she had in those bags were for Christmas dinner, and it was just a very, very sad situation, and I hope that family's okay. But I really would love to pay a visit to her grave and lay her some flowers or something, because from what I researched, she seemed to be such a lovely woman, and she was obviously a grandma as well. So it was just very, very sad. Quick disclaimer, if anybody here is still watching this far, I just want everyone to know that I did not make this video with any ill intent, I don't want to use her story as a form of clout. My friend actually suggested I make this video, and I just thought now would be a good time to make it. I don't mean any disrespect to her family. I'm well aware that this whole situation was way worse for them than it was for me. I know that for sure. But yes, I want everybody to know that I came from a very respectful place with this story. It wasn't just for clout or views. That would never be my intention, to use someone's death for views. That is so stupid. I would never do that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
This is my first ever like real spring break, because in Canada we don't have spring break in college. So this is my first official one, and I'm so excited. I'm going to Disney World tomorrow. I've never been to Disney World. I've only ever been to Disneyland. I keep getting them mixed up. I was saying Disneyland in my last video, and you guys were like, no, the one in Orlando is Disney World. I'm going with my boyfriend, Erica, her boyfriend, and 2 of our friends from Miami, and it's gonna be so fun because I've never been in Disney World. I don't really know what the difference is between Disney World and Disneyland, but it's gonna be so much fun regardless. Also, quick update on my IUD appointment. You guys were giving me so many mixed reviews. Like, I was getting so scared going into my appointment because some of you guys were like, it was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. But then some of you guys were also saying like, oh, it didn't even hurt that bad. So I was terrified. And honestly, it was painful, I'm not gonna lie. But it also like wasn't the end of the world. Like, I've definitely felt more pain before. It just felt like a lot of like cramping and pressure. But other than that, it was okay. And like, I'm still cramping right now. And I think it's gonna last a couple more days and then I should be fine after. But any of you girls getting one, like, you're not alone and it's not too bad, but everyone's pain tolerance is obviously different. I didn't get any like anesthesia or anything like that. I did get a little bit of numbing, but it also really depends on which IUD you're getting. But yeah, our flight is so early tomorrow morning. We're gonna have to leave at like
3 or 4 a.m. That's how early it is, but we wanted to get there early. Also guys, my roots are starting to grow in already. I'm just so glad that like my hair is still able to grow after all the bleach. This is definitely like an unpopular opinion, but I love like the look of a grown out root. I don't know why, like every time I see someone with like grown out roots, it looks so like cute. Like obviously not like super grown out, but like when it's grown out like just the right amount, just a little bit, I feel like it looks super cute. Okay, last step, I'm just gonna set my face. Makeup is all done. Bye guys.
I feel like I'm destined to die sometime soon, and let me tell you why. First of all, I think I was almost sex trafficked this week. I was at a certain place and a man had been following me for a few different stores, and I thought it was just in my head. He was stealing at the first store that I was in, but I didn't want to bring attention to myself, so I was like, okay, that's not my business. I'm gonna go over here. I'm by myself. You do you. Then I realized that he kept on looking at me, and I was like, okay, guys, it's just in your head. It's just in your head. Let him steal. He's not your business. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. And then he was... Bro, when I tell you, he was walking so fast up to me that like basically running, and I ran into a group of people because I was like, there was like a group of girls over there, and I ran into them because I was like, what the fuck? But then I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe he's just a 6 foot, 200-pound guy, like, and he just walks fast. He has like wide strides. Maybe it's still in my head. This obviously creeped me the fuck out, so I went somewhere else, and guess who was right there? Right behind me. 2 minutes after I walked into this next place, he was there. I didn't notice until after though, because there's a side for the men's watches and a side for the women's watches. He was by the men's watches, but I didn't notice until for the women's watches. I got interested in one, and I was like, oh my god, like, and I was talking to one of the employees, like, we were like this, and then in my peripheral, I see him, he's right there, and he's kind of trying to look at me too, and I was like, very obviously starts stuttering after I notice this guy is like right there again, and me and her are talking, and guess who joins? Like, I'm literally talking distance from her, and he goes like this close to us, like if we're like in a group talking, and he's huge. He's like very big, and he's very tall. Then I go to the registers to kind of like distract away. I was like, anyways, whatever, because he's obviously in the middle of us. Like, she's awkward too, and she told me afterwards she felt so cold when he had like that really bad energy. And I go away from there because he was very much in our personal space. Like, the guy was basically like on top of us, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I go like to the registers basically to kind of talk to her about it over there. And every direction that I walked around the register, he would try to go right behind me. If I walk this way, he'd go this way, or this way, and it was like a circular register. And then there was 2 employees, and I pulled one of them aside, like the little chance that I got, and I was like, please, like, I need help, like, he's been following me, like, whatever. And she was like, okay, and then so she was trying, one of them was trying to distract him, and the other one was trying to like comfort me, because then I started crying, and I was like, and then I kept on, I was like, anyways, about the watch, because I didn't want him to look at me and know that I was talking about him. Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want that attention brought to myself. And I was like, anyways, yeah, about the watch, like, about the watch, is it available to buy? Anyways, I don't know if anything could have happened that day. Maybe it was my head, the fact that he followed me, the fact that he was running up to me and sprinting to me, basically. The fact that he was in my personal space and following me around in circles. Like, no. You're not going to make me uncomfortable like that, and then you're staring at me. No. And then they couldn't find him on the cameras. And I was like, okay, cool. Anyways, on top of that, this is in the span of like the same kind of like a week or like week and a half. My car breaks down in the middle of downtown. My bus breaks down. When I was coming back from Miami, I take the Flix buses. It broke down. I pray all the time. Okay, I pray every single night. Ángel de mi guarda, dulce en compañía, no me desampares ni noche ni de día, y dame tu bendición. Amén. Cuida a mami, a papi, Sofía, a mí, a Yami, a Dani, el otro Dani, a mi abuelo, a mi abuela. Everybody that loves me and everybody that I love, everybody. In English and Spanish. I do 2 prayers every single day. And I'm just scared. Anyways, I love you. Stay safe. The world's crazy.
You know those times where you don't wear makeup for days and you feel so ugly, so that way you know when you put it back on and put yourself back together for the first time in days, you're gonna look 10 times better? Well, that's what we're finally doing right now, so get ready with me. First up is this hair. I leave in 30 minutes, and I don't think there's anything I can do to save it, so we're just gonna do a slick back bun. I feel like I've been traveling so much recently, and I just got back in from Canada last night, so I haven't really felt put together in like over a week. I can already tell this slick back is gonna help change that. We're all slick back, except I'm gonna put a bun in, so I'm gonna put the shirt on that I'm wearing, so that way this hoodie doesn't mess it up when I'm all done. The shirt is on. I'm going with the high neck, and the bun is finally in. Hopefully it looks good because I literally cannot see it from the back. Okay, now it's finally time to start the makeup, so I'm just gonna prime my face. I feel like I've been so pale recently. I feel like usually I would just always want fake tanner or to go get a spray tan, but lately I've actually been enjoying it. I'll say I do have to switch up my makeup a lot though with a fairer complexion. I feel like the concealers I use are so much brighter. Even my setting powder, I feel like I have to use bright white. I don't hate it though. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer. Literally so microscopic. Oh, Okay, that is actually looking gorgeous. And then for blush, I'm just gonna do a shimmery powder blush because I don't want to mess up the base with cream. Okay, wow, I think the base is looking absolutely flawless, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this before I do my eyes. For my eyes, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm literally just gonna take some powder bronzer and brush that into my crease and kind of drag it out up into my bronzer. And then we're going in with a black waterproof eyeliner on my waterline. I'm gonna do mascara. Okay, honestly, so far so good. Everything is turning out gorgeous. I'm just gonna go ahead and do my lips. Gorgeous. Put a little lip oil on. Okay, now I'm gonna go put on some jewelry and some body butter, and I'll be back to say bye. Okay, I'm finally all ready. Here is the final jewelry. It's just this silk top, and then I have my little kitten heels. I'm just going out with some friends, but I finally feel so put together after literally rotting away the last few days, or 24 hours since I got back from Canada. So I hope you guys have a great night. I gotta go. Peace out. Love you.
It is 2:42 a.m. and I need to get ready for the airport. We're just doing skincare because I can't do makeup this early. We're gonna do it in silence because I can't even think, much less keep my mouth open right now. Maybe this is kind of pointless.